We live in the most comfortable era in human history. We are safer, richer, more connected than ever before. And yet, something feels missing. Many people wake up with full lives, stable work, relationships, routines, and still feel a quiet emptiness they can't explain. Not sadness, not despair, just a strange sense that something is wrong. This video is not about chasing happiness. It is about understanding why, even when life looks good, the mind still feels unsatisfied. Subscribe to the channel and let's get started. 1. Happiness as a promise that never arrives. Modern culture treats happiness as a destination. Work harder, you'll be happy. Achieve more, you'll be happy. Fix yourself, and happiness will follow. But philosophers have long warned us about this illusion. The Stoics believe that happiness based on external conditions is fragile by nature. If it depends on success, comfort, or approval, it disappears the moment those things change. Epicurus once wrote that the greatest pleasures are simple and quiet, yet we continue to chase intense emotions instead. Happiness, when treated as a permanent state, becomes a moving target, and the closer we think we are, the further it seems to drift away. 2. Desire never ends, it only changes. Shape Buddhist philosophy offers a disturbing insight. The problem is not that we lack happiness, but that we constantly desire more. The mind does not rest. It moves from want to want, goal to goal, identity to identity. When one desire is fulfilled, another takes its place. This endless motion creates a subtle suffering, not dramatic pain, but chronic dissatisfaction. You get what you wanted, and almost immediately it feels ordinary. The emptiness appears not because life is bad, but because the mind was never trained to be content. 3. The hedonic trap of the modern world psychology confirms what ancient thinkers already knew. Humans adapt quickly to pleasure. What once excited us becomes normal. What once felt special becomes expected. This is known as the hedonic treadmill. The world teaches us to run faster on it. New goals, new upgrades, new identities, but never how to step off. The result is a strange contradiction, a life filled with stimulation and a mind that feels numb. We are entertained constantly, yet rarely fulfilled. 4. When happiness replaces meaning. Friedrich Nietzsche warned that a life centered only on comfort leads to emptiness. Meaning requires tension, responsibility, struggle. When happiness becomes the highest goal, we avoid discomfort at all costs. But discomfort is where growth lives. Viktor Frankl, who survived the horrors of concentration camps, observed something unsettling. Those who searched directly for happiness often felt empty. Those who committed themselves to meaning found peace, even in suffering. Happiness is not something we pursue. It is something that appears when life is lived deeply. 5. The anxiety beneath everything is fine. Emptiness often hides behind a smiling surface. When life is good, we feel pressure to be grateful, to not complain, to not question, so the unease stays unspoken. But ignored emptiness doesn't disappear. It turns into anxiety, a quiet fear that time is passing, that life is being lived on autopilot, that something essential is slipping away. Philosophy teaches us that this discomfort is not a flaw, it is a signal, a call to examine how we live, what we value, and who we are becoming. 6. Stillness reveals what noise hides. One reason emptiness feels so threatening is because silence exposes it. When distractions fade, the mind begins to ask uncomfortable questions. Am I living intentionally or just efficiently? Am I present or constantly escaping. The ancient philosophers valued stillness not because it was peaceful, but because it was honest. In silence, we confront ourselves, and that confrontation is often the beginning of meaning. 7. A different relationship with happiness. Perhaps happiness was never meant to be permanent. Perhaps it is a byproduct, not a goal. Moments of joy, calm, connection, appearing and disappearing naturally. When we stop demanding happiness from life, life stops feeling like a disappointment. The emptiness softens when we allow life to be complex, uncertain, and unfinished. Conclusion: the emptiness is not the enemy. Feeling empty does not mean your life is broken. It means your mind is asking deeper questions, questions no amount of comfort can answer. The philosophers understood this truth long ago. A meaningful life is not always a happy one, but it is a full one. And fullness comes not from avoiding emptiness, but from listening to it.